Question, the member from Parkdale High Park.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Acting Premier. Today, Joshua M. Ferguson will be filing a human rights application over the delay in issuing a non-binary birth certificate by this government. In May, I asked the government about Joshua's application to amend the sex designation on their birth certificate. Service Ontario's birth certificate application should take no more than 6 weeks, but Joshua's application has been pending, quotes unquote, for over 4 months. Will the Liberal government stop dragging its feet and ensure equal rights for trans and non-binary folk as promised 5 years ago with Toby's Law?
Minister of Government and Consumer Services.
Minister of Government and Consumer Services.
Thank you, Speaker. And I want to acknowledge the hard work and advocacy of the member from Parkdale High Park on this very important issue. And Speaker, our government is, yes, she deserves credit for this. And our government is very proud to have taken a lead on this issue. We're very pleased to see other jurisdictions, including the federal government, align with us. And our government, of course, values acceptance, respect, and diversity, and ensuring that all Ontarians are treated ethically, equitably, fairly, including trans and the non-binary community. And similar to the driver's license and health card policies we've already implemented, we're developing that gender-neutral option for Ontario birth certificates. We've been moving forward with stakeholder consultations, and as I've said here in the House and outside of the House, with a view to implementing a new non-binary certificate in 2018. We're working very diligently on this, Speaker, engaging all parts of our government, including the federal government. Thank you.
Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, why should it take the government 6 years to amend a form? It's absolutely ludicrous. Even the Ministry of Government and Consumer Services agreed in a letter to Joshua that they, quote, understand and appreciate the negative consequences experienced by those who do not have identification that is congruent with their gender identity. Yet, you've taken no action. In the meantime, others like Newfoundland and Labrador, the Northwest Territories, have already started to issue birth certificates with non-binary designations. Does this government, obviously this government does, have to get sued in order for action on basic human rights?
Thank you. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Minister.
Speaker, I do want to assure this House that this government is taking action. We recently introduced a new policy to help trans and non-binary persons live according to their gender identity. But because birth certificates are the foundation for many other forms of identification, we need to make sure we get this right for the people of Ontario. And we're working very closely with the federal government on this and with the other Canadian jurisdictions as well, to ensure that anything we do that affects a foundation document, such as a birth certificate, will not have negative impacts on the holders. The federal government has indicated it will move forward to offer the removal of sex designation for passports. For the time being, the federal government said they are implementing interim measures, and now Ontario will continue to work on developing a system for the issue of non-binary birth certificates. My commitment is unwavered to seeing this through, Speaker, for the new year. Thank you.
Thank you. New question, the member from Kingston and the Islands.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.